Alright, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. Little Gorg, yes, Kingdom, that's what we're doing today. A little bit of a change of pace. Hello, Pitufo Tilteado. I really like that dance emote, that's a good one. Party time indeed. Hello, Fecal Beans. Turn up the music for 5K. I don't think that one's changed. I think that one's been there for a long time. I don't think anyone's ever redeemed it. No, so I just deactivated Papa Pichu. I deactivated a couple of the of those just for tonight, since we're doing something a little bit different. But the Papa Pichu redemption and the hat redemption, all those things will be back next time. But anyway, let's go ahead. Get this game launched up. Get us moved over to... Here we go. Hello, everybody. Here's the promised jester hat. I don't know if you can hear it. It's got bells. But yeah, this is what we're doing. This is what I've committed to. So here we are. You can hear a little jingle very clearly. Okay, great. That's good. It's important to me that you can hear my hat jingle. All right, let's start this up. Of course, we have the Ham Dynasty. Can the castle block pop-up is blocking the face? Okay. I think you can move those around, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I did activate the extension for King of the Castle on Twitch. I don't know if that's actually helpful for anybody. I figured I would activate it just in case, but I think it should be safe to ignore. Oh, you also can't hear the game. There you go. Thank you, Caesar. Should be good now. Alright, cool. And thank you, Gorg, for throwing together this nice overlay that you're seeing. Okay, so I think we should be good to go. I'll just launch us into a game here. We're playing on Twitch, of course. And I don't think it really matters what I pick here. I think you guys can pick your own once you get in. So, yeah, like it says here, I think if you just type !join in the chat, I think you should be able to just join. Enjoy, you're gonna hear only that. If you can't join that way... Oh no, okay, looks like it's working. Very nice. There we go, hello. I see Caesar, I see Bacon Hunter, I see Gorg. Excellent, excellent. And you can also join at any time during the game. So if you, for whatever reason, can't join right away, I mean, you can always hop in later. So I'll give it another minute or two to see if anyone else wants to join in, and then we'll get started and people can hop in as we play. Just realized the chat is a little messed up here. Let me fix this. So I did not have a whole lot of time to test this layout. I just kind of put stuff together for the most part. That seems to be good enough. We'll roll with that. Death to the patricians of the coast. So yeah, so I guess a little bit of kind of background or explanation of the game here. So I am the king. I am King Omesta of the Ham Dynasty, as you can see. Oh, actually, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there, as you can see. So I'm the current reigning monarch of the land, so I have like my own set of goals I'm trying to accomplish. You know, I want to, you know, establish an heir and accomplish certain, you know, legacy goals. And then you guys are the nobles of my court, of my council, and you represent different regions of the kingdom. That disproves what you just said. Listen, don't pay attention. Don't think about it too much, okay? Just, it's fine. Yeah, so basically you're all like trying to kind of plot to overthrow me and put your own region, you know, in control through various ways. And we'll play a little bit slow at first so you all can see how it works. You're a baron, you're not going to listen to some jester? Well, for now you have to listen to me. Hello, Creep2, welcome. Creep2 has joined the patricians. We'll give it another minute here. See if anyone else wants to hop in. So this is coming in. Does it sound okay? Is it like the music versus my voice is a it's not terribly balanced? It looks like it should be okay. I think we're fine. And you already told me that you could hear the bells of the hat, which is really the important thing. Fresh ham. Okay, good. Okay, I think we're just gonna get it rolling now. Grande. Can I jingle some more? There you go. The jingles are gonna be... I have to like really try. Or I can, you know, shake it with my hand. But you're not gonna get a lot of incidental jingling, I don't think. and maybe that's for the best. All right, cool. Let's yeah, let's get it going. Okay, here we are. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so this looks different than the last one that I played, I think, which is cool. Okay, so basically, every season I'm going to have to go through 3 of these events, and you'll all kind of see what's playing out on the screen here, and then it'll trigger a vote in which every one of the nobles in the game will have to, you know, choose an outcome that I can try to influence in a number of ways. Trying to see if there's any... There was like a little tutorial card that came up the first time I played. I don't know if that's gonna come up this time, but it's a pretty simple game. I think you guys will pick it up. Oh, interesting. Okay, you can actually vote in the chat. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's good to know. I haven't actually done this on Twitch before, so that's good information to have. Alright, so here we are at my coronation. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Very well then, what must I do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. But it's my coronation. This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote, even this. Down with the tyrant, Twister Tag. I haven't even done anything yet. What do you mean? You don't know that I'm a tyrant yet. Okay. So let's see. So your options here are going to be, you know, host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. That's going to drain the treasury by 1,000. So we'll go from 3,000 to 2,000. But it will raise the stability, which is cool. So that, you know, the people will be happy about it. B's proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the 9th god, which ups the faith. Which honestly, I haven't actually... I don't super know what faith does, but it's one of these stats that each region has kind of independent to themselves. So, 6 Semper, that dude. C is to throw the king into the river. Which raises the stability but lowers my authority. I gotta say, I'm not really a big fan of that one. D would be, troops shall bear the king through the streets atop a shield, which ups the military strength, but lowers my authority, somehow. Okay, so but the cool thing here, for me at least, is that I can choose to influence the vote by either putting my, basically putting my own vote on one of these, or by removing one of these options. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove the option for you to throw me into the river, because I know you sick people are going to vote for that if I don't take that away. I know you, Gorg. I know what you were planning. Alright, so you've got 15 seconds to vote by typing yeah, what Creep 2 there did, and then I can end the vote anytime after that timer on the screen ends. So get your votes in quickly. Okay, so it looks like we're hosting a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. Okay, that's fine. We can afford it. Coronation is a great success. Jugglers, wine, fireworks, and feasts. It has an impact on your treasury, of course, but what doesn't? Those patricians, man. Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat the patricians because they have an automatic, you know, not a majority because there's only, it's 2 out of the 4 votes, but they're most likely going to vote together a lot of the time. Alright, cool. So that was the coronation event. Let's see what the council introduction. This is where we get to meet you fine people. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. I mean, you're going kind of roleplay this time around, so you may not always vote in your faction's best interest. Okay, fair enough. That's also part of the fun of, you know, getting more people in here, is people will have their own, you know, incentives or reasons to vote different ways. We are losing the approval of the 9th god. Oh no. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the desolate east, the wealthy coast, and of course the bleak march. Let's introduce ourselves to the Count of the East. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor, says Count Bacon Hunter 42 of the Counts of the East. Okay, the patricians of the coast say, being represented by noble patrician Gorg Streams. A pleasure, Your August Majesty. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Finally, let's introduce ourselves to the Barons of the Bleak March, represented by Caesar 9000. So this is what you look like, Caesar. I didn't know. That's cool. Hail and well met, Your Majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. With that, the introductions are done. Doom is upon us. All money to the Church of Eternal Fire. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. Add beard, a lot more beard. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Blood to the Blood God? Yeah, blood to the Blood God. Okay, here we go. The path to victory. The spymaster says, Your Majesty, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? So this is where I kind of pick my end goal, my victory condition. But will there be skulls for the skull throne, though? As a saint. I could do that. We could go the faith route. I don't know what that's like. That could be fun. Let's do it. We'll do as a saint. The church will love you, I suspect, but will anyone else? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving your kingdom's overall faith as much as possible. Hey, Mr. Big Nasty, yes, join in. Hello, Azartros. Welcome. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Hooray, first win for the Baron. And you didn't even have to cast an official vote for that one. Intriguing Saint is a very rare one. Don't know its ending well. Yeah, I don't know really anything about this. I played a little bit of like a test run the other day with some friends. And it ended pretty quickly. So I don't know what the end game for any of these really looks like yet. So this could be fun. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. How many nobles in factions? Let's see. We got 1 in the Barons, 2 in the Counts, 2 in the Patricians. So if you're wanting to even things out, you can join the Barons. Yeah, Caesar's all alone on the Barons right now. Okay, and that was those are the 3 events for the season. The solo protector of the faith. For now, anyway. I mean, now you've got the king, you know, backing your faith. Okay, so yeah, this is where the the individual regions kind of figure out what their goals are. Rufus of the Caesar 9000 bloodline, charismatic marcher prodigy, stands before a blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. Rufus says, when have the barons of the march backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful king, on the throne. What if we just banned... Don't do that. Don't do it. So now the barons will vote on their goal. Nice, we've got 2 in each group now. That's awesome. What's it gonna be? Barons immediately turning to treason. Better take care of them. Looks like we're voting to raise authority. Okay, I'm okay with that. That sounds good to me. The barons plan to make a bargain with a wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the king was considered a threat to their autonomy. To advance their scheme, the barons must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Okay. So now I kind of actually need to lower my authority a little bit. Nicole of the Mr. Big Nasty dynasty, a powerful eastern bird breeder, leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while a false king Omesta wears the crown. It's actually a jester's hat. So now the counts of the East need to vote on their goal. If you want, my lord, allow me to lead your largest army to crush them. Let's hold off on that. Okay, counts. Get those votes in. Oh, did they left? Bacon Hunter, shouldn't you be voting? There you go. Mr. Big Nasty, any votes coming in from you? Remember, it's exclamation point vote and then your chosen vote. Okay, so I believe what happens if it's a tie is it just picks one at random, I think. So we'll see what happens. Okay, lower stability. The counts plan to replace the king's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job. Region schemes, it's random. Council monarch picks. Oh, okay. That makes sense. To advance their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Okay. Wow, that's going to be interesting. Quintus of the Creeptooth family, a powerful business mogul, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in a measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Omesta. Something must be done. What's it going to be, patricians of the coast? Okay. Tricky. So they voted to lower authority. So I have one region trying to raise authority, one trying to lower authority, and one trying to lower my stability. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Dang it. Okay, so either way, one of you guys... One of these regions is going to advance their scheme. That's tough. Yeah, you guys are enemies now. The barons of the March and the patricians of the coast are in direct opposition with each other for their goal. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have a right to your throne. No doubt the nobles are already scheming to crown their region's preferred claimant. Continue to the laws of the land. This is where I get to choose a new law that I get to use to influence the votes. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. We can't pass more than 3 of these laws at once, and only 1 may be used per vote. So I can do Monarch's Golden Choice, which is nice. So this makes it so that I can basically incentivize nobles to vote for a certain outcome by rewarding them personally with money. So like if you specifically vote for my thing, you get money, which is cool. And then there's also the Monarch's Iron Choice. The monarch can mark their preferred voting option if chosen. They gain 1 authority. Okay, interesting. So that would incentivize certain regions to vote to certain things, but only sometimes. Welcome in 3 doggos in a suit. That's a fun name. Welcome. Yes, join. We're just getting started. And then stop the count. The timer is set to 15 seconds and the vote will automatically close once the timer is over. That's kind of fun. I might do that one. We'll do that. Alright, that's the first season. So we're on a brand new season with new events. Let's look at the honor guard. Noble Patrician Gorg Streams says, Your August Majesty, I have a brilliant idea. Why don't you hold a battle royale to choose your honor guard? Oh, anyone with bad Twitch delay? Ooh, yeah, that would be tough. What team have you been rigged to join? Let's see. You looks like you were on the Counts of the Counts of the East. You're now the most populous region. Welcome. Yeah, I didn't think about a Twitch delay. Hopefully it's not too bad. Welcome in Cold Fusion. Where did Cold Fusion end up? The Barons, okay. We got 3 in the Barons, 3 in the Counts. The Patricians are now the smallest group. You're a cultist, that's right. If you let us host it in the coast, I'll even pay for it. The spectacle will boost our economy massively. Oh no, I didn't set up the alerts! Ooh. Give me a second. Thank you very much for the follow. 3 doggos in a suit. Sorry, I forgot to, we'll put this down here. Well, the next time someone does something, it'll show up on screen. Sorry about that. But thank you anyway. Can we vote for the death penalty for patricians? I don't know. We'll see if it comes up, I guess. Alright, let's see. The spectacle will boost our economy massively, and of course I'm confident the coastal gladiators will win. Your Majesty, this is pointless, says the Marshal. Why don't you just choose your honor guard and have done with it? I mean, but Battle Royale does sound fun. I mean, it'll be good. It'll be good for the economy. It'll be fun and good. Marvelous. I'll begin organizing the event at once. You do that, Gorg. Plus we'll help trade. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. A week later, you receive word that the Battle Royale is due to begin, held, of course, in the coastal arena. You travel down to spectate, along with a horde of murder fans from across the kingdom. Welcome one and all. Today's competitors are Eastern Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, champion gladiators from the coastal arena, and the Baron's battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Who will you support, your Serene Highness? Oh, I get a choice here. Oh gosh. Well, I don't know. Let's see, who am I most afraid of? No one's really defiant, so that's good. Ooh, the Barons are the most faithful. I think since I'm trying to be a man of faith, a ruler of the church, your support buffs a group by like 7%. Okay, interesting. And 7% on RNG rolls. Interesting. But you can use magic? Okay, I'm going to throw my support behind the Veterans of the March. Faith in military is the perfect balance, right? What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? I think our coastal gladiators will surprise you. We'll see. The bell rings. The marcher soldier charges like a bull, his sword already swinging. The gladiator deflects with his shield, grunting with the effort. The gladiator backs away, straight into the range of the knight's sword. She swings, a flash of gleaming steel, but he somehow dodges, leaving a thin red scar across his torso. The three fighters dart back and forth, almost too fast for your eye to follow. Once, twice, a blade finds its mark. Blood sprays, and finally someone stands victorious. It's the marcher veteran, his scarred face speckled with blood. His opponent lies dead at his feet. There you go. Depths below! They must have cheated! Or we just got unlucky. Regardless, you have the honor guard you wanted, your esteemed highness. That's right. That's right. Okay, what's this one? Pirates! Noble Patrician Creeptu says, you must do something about the pirates that have been plaguing the coast's ocean trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. You're back? Welcome back. Oh, the stream player crashed for you? Oh, okay. Oh, but you're good now. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize. We voted you out. And they killed the crew, of course, who won't be cheap to replace. Ooh, yeah, your wealth. Lost some money there, Creep2. Sorry about that. What should be done with the pirates plaguing the coastal trade routes? Let's see. We can either order the coast's navy to patrol the sea routes. This is a 30% chance of success, I think, is what that means. I'm destitute. Pay the pirates to leave your ships alone for a year. See, if I do that, then I'll be destitute. And that would be bad. Imagine if I go bankrupt, I'll start supporting terrorism against you. That doesn't sound great. Yeah, I think everyone votes on this. A or C? Well, I'm trying to see how I want to, You know what, this could be fun. We'll set this one, we'll do a stop the count on this one. Since we have more people in here now, it'll be a little chaotic. Y'all are gonna have 15 seconds to vote once I click this button. And whatever happens in those 15 seconds is whatever it is. Here we go. Ooh. Okay, there it is. That was pretty fun. We're ordering the coast's navy to patrol the sea routes. Let's see what happens. Over the next few months, the Patrician Navy systematically hunts down every last pirate ship in the Ghost Sea. Nice, we succeeded the challenge! Let's go. Good job, Coast. Good job, Patricians. You have so much money now, look at that. You have a monopoly. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm a little afraid of it now. Our Navy did something! Vote V. I don't know if that's going to help you. It was also quite a bit late. PV the aliens in XCOM on easy actually getting a kill. That's a heck of a roll. It is, yeah, that probably shouldn't have worked out, but we got lucky. Alright, Baron Cold Fusion says, my liege, this is an outrage. I demand justice. Last week, cunt 3 doggos in a suit shook my hand as a supposed show of reconciliation and stole my family's lucky ring in the process. Dracov's bones, says cunt 3 doggos in a suit. Nonsense. Rummage through your drawers and I'm sure you'll find the thing. Decapitate him! My liege, a feud has stood between our families for centuries. 3 doggos in a suit's ancestor left my ancestor tied to a rock in the woods for wolves to consume. That's because their ancestor poisoned our well and killed half our household. Enough! I know 3 doggos in a suit stole my priceless ring. That's just a great sentence. That worked out really well. No one suspects the dogs, except for Cold Fusion, apparently. It brings the march great luck and bounty, and my dear niece is to wear it when she marries. Oh man, what are we gonna do? Sounds like they deserved it. Honestly, why would dogs steal their ring? Yeah, what's the motivation? What are they gonna do with it? Okay, so I can send the Chancellor to the east to investigate, arrest 3 doggos in a suit immediately, which would raise the authority, which... Squabbling nobles to deal with the situation themselves. Lowers the farming? Well, I don't want that to happen, I don't think. This sounds like a bad one. You guys are not allowed to vote for this one. Okay, cool. Otherwise, have at it. Never stole the ring. That's not up for me to decide. Ooh, the barons are coming in strong. They're not happy. Okay. There's only one vote missing. Mr. Big Nasty, do you care to weigh in? I'll give you another few seconds here if you want to try. You think you got up? Okay, well. Too bad. Wait, so what did we decide? Send the Chancellor to the east to investigate. Okay. That seems reasonable. Cold Fusion thanks you profusely, but the Counts are furious that the accusations are being taken seriously. You order the Chancellor to search 3 doggos in the suit's home for this special ring. Goodness me! I do enjoy tales about such mysteries. I shall do my best. You proof they stole it? Yeah, I mean, find out. Hey, if they actually stole it, I mean, there you go, you know? You'll find out. I'm also furious these dogs are being investigated. That is a bit outrageous, isn't it? Okay, here we go. So this is a fun bit where nobles use their personal wealth, so the money that each of you has individually, to bid on which buildings are built in each region. Only the 2 highest funded buildings will be built. You can use the command !fund XY, where X is the character code, meaning A, B, C, D, or E, or F, and Y is the amount of your money that you want to bid on that building. Does that all make sense? What do the Counts need? The Counts need to lower stability. Yeah, they want to lower stability, which means, yeah, they would want a prison. Baron should probably take it easy here. We don't really need anything. It's actually true. I mean, you could invest in a monument and raise authority even more, just to be safer. And you do have some money, so I don't know. I don't know. I'll give you guys a minute to discuss. Bacon Hunter's really into the idea of a private prison. I guess that does make sense. Alright, we're gonna start up the auction. 3, 2, 1, go. Need to sculpt a monument for the king. I like the sound of that. You may not have the funds, but these fine counts should be willing to fund the arts. You should be, I agree. It's like we're having money heavily invested into the prison. Perhaps overly so, as it's only one of 2 buildings being bid on at all. Everyone fund E as a goof. It'll be funny. Alright, time's up. The bids are in. Buildings funded. We funded the prison for 1,800 entire wealth for some reason. 3 doggos in a suit spent 1,000 of their own money to make sure that that prison got built, lowering the stability by 1. And then we also built the monument for a much more modest 800. Contributed half by Caesar, raising the authority by another 1, securing the Baron's scheme advancement even further. Congratulations on the winners of the auction. It must be a nice prison. No. No, they skimmed a lot of that money off the top. It's actually a really terrible prison. It's very corrupt. Expect a golden statue. Prison will be built with the finest bricks, happily donated by the patricians. Alright, in the twisty passages of your castle you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I'm busy. You gotta find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? Excellent, I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Okay. Searching for the ring. Oh, this is a follow-up, I assume, to our previous season's event. Your Majesty, I found Baron Cold Fusion's ring, but the situation is delicate. Count 3 doggos in a suit's niece has it because Cold Fusion's niece used it to propose to her. What? My guardian 3 doggos in a suit doesn't understand true love. My dear Eugenie and I are meant to be together, feud or no. You friggin' knew it! Yeah, that's a twist, huh? Dun dun dun. All we want is a quiet life, a little garden, a flock of geese, 20 acres of land or so. No one knows about this romance yet, but tensions are high. Both regions are using the feud to fuel a full-on rivalry between the barons and the counts. Perhaps I'm soft-hearted, but I can't help feeling for this young couple. Is there a way we could resolve this peacefully? See, I can publicly bless the couple's union, which ups the defiance of, I would guess, what, both the barons and the counts? Farming goes up, which sounds like a good thing. Stability goes up, which would be good for me. Publicly forbid the romance. I don't want to do that. Quietly advise the couple to break it off does nothing. This is karma, forbid it. I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. Let them love. Border war with the barons. We'll use the patricians as our battlefield since we'd rather not break any of our stuff. I mean, it's, that's reasonable. I think that's fair. I can also provide a dowry to soothe the nobles' feelings on the matter, which will cost me a whole lot of money. It'll give the nobles more money. It'll up the stability and up farming. I mean, that's a whole lot of dollars. That's too much money, I think. I think I'm just going to publicly bless them. I think that makes the most sense for me here. I'll make it up to you, counts. Oh, cheers, my liege. You formally bless the upcoming marriage of Eugenie and Lorelei. Both barons and counts are outraged, claiming that you've disrespected their centuries-long feuding tradition. As wedding preparations begin, the story of the love-struck couple catches the imagination of the Marcher peasants, who work together to make a huge cornucopia as a wedding gift. See, look, don't be too upset, barons. You got more farming out of it, and I'm happy because the kingdom is more stable now. See, some of us win. Yeah, see, more food. How are you going to be upset about more food? Let's see, a brand new harvester. Noble patrician Creeptu says, Your Serene Highness, the scholars and great thinkers of the March have invented a new farming implement. some kind of horse-drawn machine that automatically reaps and threshes grain. They call it a wheat eater, and it's revolutionizing agriculture. Nice. Farming goes up even more. You're welcome. It would be of great use to us in the coast. Our farms are struggling to keep up with demand, you know. Baron Cold Fusion says, we shall not share the designs with the likes of you, coastal leech. Our people worked hard on that machine. We deserve to reap its rewards, not you. Oh man, okay. Guys, just share. What's the... Come on. Why you gotta be like this? See, I can force the barons to distribute the designs, raising their defiance, but also raising farming for other people. Barons having a farm advantage is unfair and will hinder the national economy. I tend to agree, if I'm being honest. I can compensate the barons for the invention and share it with other regions. I mean, that seems fair. That seems pretty fair. Leave the machines in the march only, which doesn't seem fair. Halt the production of these machines. They're an affront to honest farmers everywhere. Oh, but the faith, though. But the faith. Okay, tell you what. You guys can vote for whichever one you all want, but you will individually, if you vote for this, if you vote to halt the production of the machines, you will individually make more money, which will let you build whatever buildings you want in the auction phase. So, oh wait, no, that's not right. Dang it, I didn't take that law. I was wrong about that. So forget that I said that, because that's not true. See, I feel like this one's gonna be really unpopular, but I want it to win. I'll still put my vote on it. True keepers of the faith, it's time to rally. You know what to do. Alright? Let's go. Make it happen. Come on. Any believers? Any believers? You still got a chance. Come on. Wait, is that everybody? No, we still have some... Oh, is Mr. Big Nasty still up? Probably is. Darn it! No, Lemming! Don't vote A! You have to join first, but yeah. Oh, that's weird. It put you on the counts. It didn't put you on the patricians to even things out. That's so weird that it gave the counts 4 instead. Hey, there we go. We got the votes we needed. Thank you, Lemming. We are halting the production of these machines. They're an affront to honest farmers everywhere. That's right. Yes. Good work. You can't be serious. This is what we get for being forward thinkers? That's correct. Multitasking this with speedy practice? No, you're doing great. You're doing great. You did exactly what I wanted. Some other people in chat may not be as happy about it, but that doesn't matter. The March will remember this. This isn't what we asked for. We wanted the machines. Yeah. It'll be okay. The sudden ban of the new reaping machines reverses the progress made in the march, and then some. Bewildered farmers are confronted by preachers decrying the devilish reaping machines. So, like, yeah, okay, I mean, look, you lost a little bit of farming. You're still plenty... You see, it says you're still fertile. You're good, and now you're more devout, so it's all good. This is how it should be. Only voted D for money? Well, I have some bad news. Because I didn't actually have that law. I thought I did, but I didn't. Yeah, so I... Sorry about that. I tried to clarify that before the vote started. No, I tried to make that clear. I guess I just didn't do a good enough job, so I apologize. Next time. Next time. Okay, recruiting a wizard. In the march, Baron Azartras stands atop a border fort, flanked by soldiers glaring out over Ashmedian territory with a scowl. Below, a portcullis rattles open. A twisted stone figure is carried into the fortress, borne on a palanquin, carried by a hollow-eyed apprentices. The Baron goes down to meet him. Well, I have taken time out of my very busy schedule to come and meet you in this pimple of a fort on the backside of nowhere, says Gordius, some horrific abomination. Baron Azartras says, I thought we might have a common goal. Save your breath. I already know what you want from me. Assistance in overthrowing the current king, am I right? Well, aye. Was it that obvious? I was born a long time before yesterday, my good Baron. And unlike some of my more isolated colleagues, I'm no stranger to political machinations. The Jester King sits on a throne of lies. Hey. Let's slow down here. Let's slow down. Yeah, Caesar's got the right idea. We're okay with the current king. We like the king. The so-called faithful barons calling on a heathen, such sin. Yeah, what's up with this? That's a good point. You bring up a good point, Creep 2. On this occasion, our goals happen to align, but I cannot act on your behalf. Not until the bees are taken care of. Did you say bees? Yes. On this plane, they are simple insects, but in the apiary, the world of dreams and magic, they're powerful and intelligent. Call themselves dreams of being. Bees? The king is acting goofy, but you can't figure out why. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a very serious, very authoritative, monarchical figure. Okay? They have an innate fondness for royalty, and sometimes protect monarchs from magical interference, but they won't harm non-magical folk, beyond the occasional sting. So you can deal with them. Do I regret banning the farming implement? Not yet. Not yet. You see, your farming is still sufficient. It's sufficient. Alright? You're good. It's fine. Gordius sets up residence on Marcher land, raising a tower in a matter of hours. For miles around, the crops wither and die as magical radiation ravages the landscape. Ravages is it's being hyperbolic, right? It's really not that bad. It's fine. Don't worry about it. For the next stage of their scheme, the barons must lower all regions' combined farming to 14 or less in 4 seasons. Okay. Okay. Alright, and this is the part where I decide who gets a tax break. Who do I like enough to give money to? Welcome in, Dutch. I see what you did there. Very nice. Yes, join in. I hope it actually puts you... Okay, it did. It puts you in patricians, which is good. That'll even things out a little bit. Barons are trying to starve us. Aren't you a baron? No, you're not. I forgot your account. The barons are trying to break the church by appealing to a wizard. That's a good point. I don't like that they're fraternizing with a wizard when we're trying to be, you know, all faithful here. Let's see. So defiance is kind of high in some of these places. I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's see. We'll tell you what. Counts and barons both get a tax break. Patricians, you're not mad at me enough to to warrant me giving you a tax break, and you're also rich. So you just get regular tax. Okay, I'm not going to give you the full tax. Don't worry. You're still chilling. I mean, look at this trade. You've got a monopoly on the trade market. You're gonna make so much money. Plus, you just haven't you gained a new investor. Coward king tax the merchant class. It's the peasant's wealth, not our wealth. I mean, true. That is not like the individual noble's wealth, I suppose. Well, hang on. I also need to think about this because I don't know if I can actually afford to give this many tax breaks. I mean, I technically can, but this is going to cost me a lot. We need the money to buy the 4th prison with more golden statues. You already spent so much money on the last prison. It's not my fault that you guys don't have money. You spent it all. Okay, yeah, this is actually not gonna work. Let's see. Counts get a tax cut, and we'll do regular taxes for both of these guys, okay? Everyone happy? 2K prison was worth it. Was it though? Was it? Where else are the generous donations of patrician bricks going to go? Look, this is what we're gonna have to do. I'm taking a loss on this, okay, guys? I want you to see that. See, the kingdom's treasury is taking a loss on this, just to keep you all relatively happy. Okay, I want you all to appreciate what I'm doing for you here. The prison is really effective. No repeat offenders. I mean, no one makes it out. Yeah, so they can't offend again. Welcome in, Muff. Yes, join in. Welcome, welcome. Alright, this is what we're going with this time. And we'll see what the next season holds. Alright, let's see. Queen Mother, I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Oh, okay. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels, for now each covered by a cloth. Wait, I don't even get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station and suits your political needs. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Xenia, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Lemming Runs dynasty. Apparently, they had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. She had a laboratory installed in her castle and spends most of her time there, conducting bizarre experiments. Half the East are in love with her, apparently, and the other half hate her. She's an intriguing candidate. From the coast, we have Octavia, the wealthy heiress to the Lord Patrician Dutch estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous, and apparently she's got a silver tongue, too. She loves to lose her fortune betting at the arena, and she's recently been campaigning to improve living conditions in the coastal slums. Okay, that sounds nice. And finally, we have the Marches offering. Enrica, scion of the prestigious Azartrus bloodline. A typical baroness, really. Loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Hey, sports betting seems like a good gal. That's a green flag that I look for. Gambling. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow. Also got into a fight with her local bishop a couple years back, gave him a bloody nose. Sounds like a laugh. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. This is tough. What do you guys think? Caesar says the Huntress. She can join your arena fantasy league. Time to raise the angers of the counts again, because I exist. something horse races. Dutch says his daughter's essentially the only option. Fought with a bishop? That is a good point. Fighting with a bishop is kind of a no-no. Alliance with the barons is the best possible. I've been really nice to the barons this whole game. The barons and I have been kind of on the same page for the most part. I can refuse to marry any of them, but I don't think that's a good call for me. I think that would probably be counterproductive. Let's see. So, I'm thinking I kind of have to choose between the barons and the counts. I think I have to choose between the East and the March. Just for purely because of the defiance level that I'm at right now. The protectors of the fake weak bishop got what he deserved. It was not a real bishop. Oh, I just realized we're... Oh no, as it's snoozed? Okay, cool. Next time that comes up, we'll take just a real quick minute to let that go, and then we'll carry on. Yeah, so... I'm gonna pick... We're gonna go with... We're gonna go with the... we're gonna go with Xenia of the East. Sorry, Barons. You've got enough easy breaks so far already. Let's see. An invitation. Turning down my daughter to gain the face of these obvious rebellious dogs. We won't forget this. I'm sorry. Can only choose one. Alright, Lord Patrician Muff says, Your Majesty, you absolutely must come down to the coast next year and experience the Summer Games for yourself. It is the only social event that matters. If you aren't in attendance, well, it would simply be a crime. Tell me more about the Summer Games. Yeah. Everyone gets drunk and goes to the arena to watch the gladiators battle it out for the title of Golden Champion. Rivers of blood and lakes of wine. Leave your inhibitions in the capital, Your Majesty. That sounds kind of fun, except for also horrible and disgusting. The Summer Games have gambling. You should join. Best wine. I mean, it does sound fun. How could I say no? Oh, this is simply wonderful. It has been so long since a king attended the games. Last time, as I recall, they were assassinated. Oh. Not to worry, Your Majesty. I'm sure it won't happen to you. It better not. Your Majesty, the couple from the March in the East are here to speak to the council. Oh, Your Majesty, you've brought us so much joy. I can't believe I finally get to be with my dear Lorelei. But it's not all good. We wanted to get married and start a farm together, enjoy some peace and quiet for a change. All we need is each other, and a few adorable animals, and the wedding would be tiny, 400 people at most. But of course, Cold Fusion and 3 dogs in a suit refuse to give us anything. Please, Your Majesty, help us just once more. Haven't I helped you enough? I feel like that cost me a good amount when I helped you last time. I mean, it is messed up that they refuse to pay for it. Let's see, I can make Cold Fusion give the couple some marcher land. 3 dogs in a suit should give them some land from the east. The couple should forge their own path in the coast. Farm idea is silly, they're on their own. Let's see, none of these affect faith. 3 of them have farming go up, which is good. I like farming to go up. We would be willing to help them, as clearly we're the only ones who care for them. I have no hard feelings, but they must learn to fend for themselves. The coast is wonderful this time of year. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna we're gonna see what happens. You guys have 15 seconds to get your votes in, and whatever happens, happens. Ready, go. Alright, what do we got? What's happening here? Voting tied at 2. Oh, so I get to choose now. Okay. So either the couple should forge their own path in the coast, which would raise the defiance of who? The coast? Would the coast be upset with that? Because they're having to give their own land, which would be it'd be funny if that would raise the defiance of the coast, since we had 2 coast nobles vote for it. Oh, you think he delayed? Okay. Maybe I won't use that one as much. That one seems to be kind of, that one seems like that may not be great for Twitch use. I'll keep that in mind. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. This farm idea is silly. They're on their own. So that would be y'all's wealth, not my wealth. Stability would go down and defiance would go down. Stability is still above where I need it to be. Based purely on stats, one of these only hurts you. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, one of these really only hurts. It's a very good point. Okay, so that made them mad. That makes sense. Okay, few nobles want their relatives to become humble farmers, especially if it's because of a whirlwind romance with someone of a rival lineage. Neither the barons nor the counts are happy. But the patricians welcome them eagerly, even giving them some scrubby land to live on. C1 if you count the votes in the chat. Well, either way, we got some farming, and look, we made the patricians wealthier. Isn't that what we wanted? Isn't that always a good thing? Eugenie and Lorelei even named their first child after the king. Little Omesta grows up peacefully in the country, far away from the feuding families. Isn't that nice? Okay, that's the end of the season, right? Far in the east, Count Mr. Big Nasty is hosting a dinner party in their castle with a few distinguished guests. You think I don't get the consequences of this act? I suppose we'll see. Count Mr. Big Nasty says, "The kingdom's fine. No one's calling for the king's advisors to resign. We need to step it up. More chaos, more panic. Then we can swoop in and offer the king an olive branch," says Count Bacon Hunter. Indeed, and if he doesn't want to take it, we'll smack him with it until he gives in. The Count's aims to lower stability. The Count's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Yes, that hasn't changed. In a dingy seaside tavern, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Blood, ashes, damnation. Sea and storm take us all. Whatever is the matter, says Noble Patrician Gorg Streams. Noble Patrician Creep 2, I offered some cash to a palace official and he acted like I was trying to give him head lice. The bastard almost turned me over to the watch. I had to make a quick getaway. It doesn't surprise me. The king has an iron grip on the throne. No one dares move against him. That's right. So there's no room for some good old-fashioned bribery? What is the world coming to? The patrician's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less. Okay, nice. So we can... whatever law I take here, I'll get rid of the stop the count one. It's not bribery, it's called lobbying. The royal gamble plus 600 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option. If the nobles vote otherwise, minus 200. That could be a problem for me. Because you all can see which one I'm selecting. Reverse voting seems interesting. Nobles must vote for their least favorite option. And the option with the least votes passes. Interesting. Royal Gamble. I think I'm not going to take Royal Gamble. Reverse voting does seem pretty fun. Yeah, we'll take reverse voting and we'll get rid of stop the count. Excellent. Let's go gambling. No, sorry, that just doesn't seem like that makes much sense for me in this current setup. Okay, real quick, y'all. I'm going to take a very small break here because we've got an ad that just really, really wants to come in. So I'm going to get up for just 1 minute while this rolls. We'll bring it over here, and we'll put on some tunes. And I'll be back in just 1 minute. Hang tight, and we'll keep the chaos going. Alright, cool. Ad should be over. I think we're ready to continue. Sorry, Zelda music. But it's time to continue this ridiculous game. Okay, so we're off to the beginning of a new year, 949. Let's see. Let's start with the royal wedding. Your wedding to Xenia is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Xenia at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Nah. Nah. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I do. Yeah, sure. Ooh. The counts and the patricians are in shambles right now. I have such strong control over my kingdom. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for pointing that out, Gorg. Welcome in to all the new people. Hope everyone's having a good time. I know I am. Yeah, this is very much not what I normally do. I'm typically a like point-and-click adventure game speedrunner / whatever variety game I tend to be playing at the time. So this is pretty new for me. We're doing this as a like a celebration, I guess, of a sub goal. This is point and click. You're technically right about that. Yeah, we had a sub goal on the channel for a long time, where if I got to 10 sub points, I would do a Jester hat stream, and I decided once I hit that, why not go all out and make it a little event. So I really appreciate everyone showing up. It's been a good time. You're trying to lower stability? Yeah. Trying to. Not doing a great job, I gotta say. So fun. Red pissed beyond hell to see this marriage occur. It's good. It's great. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife Xenia refuses to dance at all, preferring instead to brood in the corner. By the time you find yourself alone with Xenia, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Did you see the 8 crows perched on the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire omen, says my new wife Xenia. Thank you. Happy wedding. Thank you for that. They're seething, but the flower arrangements are beautiful. We tried to make it at least a pleasant experience, even if you don't approve. Come on, cheer up. We just got married. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Perhaps you're right. Come on, cheer up. We just got married. Instead of cheering up, Xenia takes one look at you before bursting into tears. Okay, maybe that was not the correct choice. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not for politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner. Somehow I doubt you actually enjoy being poor. I want to say that, but I feel like that's maybe not the thing to say. Your life's not so bad. Well, we'll go with the last one. We'll be sympathetic. By the way, the team you're married to is trying to summon demons. I mean, who's not trying to summon demons these days? I mean, you can't... If I turned everyone away who was trying to summon demons, I would never get anywhere with anyone. I wouldn't have any friends. You know, let's... You gotta, you know, adjust your expectations sometimes. Alright. Tithe trouble? Who's not paying their tithe? Your Highness, I've come to submit a complaint about the Counts of the East. Are the Counts of the East not paying their tithes? Lately they've been neglecting their tithes. What's that about, Counts? Huh? I married your crazy vampire daughter. Now you're just not going to pay your tithe? What's a tithe? I'm not a debt collector. How dare they forget their duties to the church? Tax evasion. Don't worry about it. I am worried about it. The worst offender is Count 3 dogs in a suit. They haven't paid their tithe in years. Years? 3 dogs in a suit? Years. Really now. Who's committing the tax evasion now, huh? I want an example to be made of them. Ooh. The Archbishop's after you, 3 dogs in a suit. The Archbishop is after your ass. Let's see. Order the counts to pay the tithes in full. Toss 3 dogs in a suit in the dungeon as an example to the rest. Ooh. The counts should be exempt from paying tithes? Absolutely not. What? Do nothing to address the problem. Well, that's not good either. You really do. That's true. You do keep getting accused of committing crimes. It's always you. Your Majesty, I must ask, is the tithe any more out of faith if it's required by the state? It's clear that this is a tax nowadays, not a donation. You shut your mouth. I will not hear any of this. This blasphemy. Sacrilege. They're ignoring the church, not the crown. The church is very important to the crown. Yeah, I do have my goal for, like, my end goal or whatever it is to raise faith a bunch. So it is in my interest to help the church. You'll be supporting A and the required tithes to restore trust in the real faith of the church? See, I'm at a little bit of a problem here. And I don't want to tip my hand too much. I think I'm just going to keep it simple. The counts are not exempt from paying tithes. But you all can decide what happens. Where are my faithful? Where are the defenders of the faith now? Huh? Where did you all go? For shame. For shame. God is dead and we killed him. Bacon Hunter, you were the one that was like most gung-ho about the church in the beginning of this. Where are you now? That's fine. I can take the penalty for stability and authority this time. I have enough of a cushion where I don't feel too bad about losing those, and lowering defiance will be good. Taco this is 3-0 or 2-0. Nice. Yeah, defiance lowered. Yeah, this is fine. Throughout the kingdom, priests preach to their flocks that the king is a baby kicker and a devil worshipper. Come on. Come on. You guys. They want disorder of us trade, my sir. You should keep doing crimes. Yeah, it seems to be working out for you. Was there an alliance brewing between the East and the patricians of the coast? Very interesting. Very interesting. God is dead. We killed him. Nietzsche, bacon hunter. Alright, well, let's see here. We've got a late night visit. One evening, you're sorting through paperwork in your office when Baron Cold Fusion appears at the door, swaying slightly and stinking of booze. Your Majesty, so sorry to speak to you in this condition. Ninth above, you fool! You're drunk! Let me get you a glass of water. I'm sure this can wait until the morning. I mean, these all have the same outcome, it seems, on the surface, right? Minus 300 wealth. Guilty is charged! I just need to tell you, if the Archbishop asks what happened to his hat, tell him I'll pay for a new one. I was desperate, and the privy was occupied. They stumble away, knocking over a priceless vase. You make a mental note to charge them for the damage. It's surely not a coincidence that the Archbishop arrives at your throne room the next day, looking even grumpier than usual, and hatless. Your Majesty, there is a plague afflicting this kingdom, a curse more powerful than any wizard could cast. I speak, of course, of alcohol. People are spending their evenings in alehouses rather than in prayer. We must ban this vile vice. I gotta say, I agree. Oh, wait, no, so we don't want to make it illegal completely. Oh, no. Oh, man, I really wish I had the veto here. Let the voting begin. Haha, you fools! I played the reverse voting. All of your votes were for nothing. None of you voted for the one that I actually wanted, so I win! You saw and wanted that? I wanted that, what do you mean? I mean, yeah, the stability is lower, but, like, also, I have room for that still, and the faith went up. You can't ban alcohol with that hat. That's valid. You order that alehouses close by 10 o'clock. Throughout the land, drunkards are tossed out into the streets early and wander around causing trouble. The Archbishop is right about one thing, though. Fewer hangovers mean more people attending church. See, that's what this was all about. That's what we wanted to accomplish here. Go to church, everybody. The king demands it. Okay, I think that's the end of the season. These upstarts are saying they have a right to your throne. Oh, yes, okay, so yeah, we're more or less in the same spot here. I need to watch my stability a little bit, but hanging in there. Praise the ninth god! Yes. Yeah, the barons are winning for now. Let's see, requisitioning rare regents. Ooh, okay, we got some fun ones here. Let's start with this one. Oh, Mesta, I've come to ask a favor. A favor? Favor? A favor? Winning can't win a single vote, but your scheme is farther ahead, so I mean, that's something. I recently purchased a very rare regent for one of my alchemical studies. A Zycurian black pearl. Lamentably, it's been delayed. I was buying it from the Lord Patrician Dutch Touch. Did you ask them about it? If you have time, of course. Sure, I'll look into it. Most pleasing, let me know how you fare. You summon Lord Patrician Dutch Touch to the council chambers the next day to talk in private. Always a pleasure, your serene highness. What can I do for you? I hear you have something for my wife. Lamentably, I can't give you the Black Pearl just yet. The Black Pearl. Dutch, get the real consort, the pearl. Yeah, for real. What's taking so long, Dutch? Those pearls are worth quite a lot at the moment, more than any simple white pearl. And the supply has dried up ever since that merchant vessel sank on the way back from Valamir. My point is, I'm afraid the price that the Queen Consort paid will no longer cover the cost of the item. I mean, she already paid it, though. You had a deal. Yes, and I'm altering that deal based on the circumstances. Pray that the pearl's price does not rise again. I see what you did there. I don't appreciate it, but I see what you did there. Let's see. You know what? Yeah, just hand me the pearl or I'll have you locked away for fraud. Now, there's no need to be so hasty. Your August Majesty, perhaps we can work something out with the Queen Consort. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Jail. Jail. Straight to jail. I think we resolved that pretty well. Your Grace, terrible news from the east. The bees have vanished, says Count Lemming Runs. Oh no. Got a nice cozy prison just for him. Let's see. Excellent, you can have the outdoor picnics in peace. But my breakfast, honey! All of the bees? All of the bees. All across the east. We counts rely on the bees for our honey trade. But worse, in the east, bees are bringers of good fortune. We look after them, and they look after us. It's a grim omen indeed if they've deserted us. Our peasants are scared that we've offended the bees somehow. We must track them down. Oh man, how are we going to deal with the missing bees, y'all? Bees, you say? Let's see here. Bee cult. Start a bee cult. Bees come and go. Let nature take its course. Oh, that would lower the farming. I don't want to do that. Send messengers to investigate other regions. Ask peasants if they noticed anything wrong. I guess the only thing that I really, really don't want to happen is bees come and go. Because worst case scenario, we lose some authority, and I've got a little bit of authority to spare here. And I can gain some of my stability cushion back. So I think this is the way to go. You need to support letter A? No, I don't think I'm going to do that, actually, though. I did that because I don't want any more defiance, and I want more stability and more farming. I don't want you people trying to poison my land. Well, there is a Baron Trader, look at that. Quick question, are you guys able to swap your votes after you've punched them in? Or, like, once you've entered it, is that locked in? So, like, if I leave this open, are you guys able to swap them around? It's locked in? Oh, okay. Swapping requires a law. That makes sense. I could see that. Alright, ask the peasants if they noticed anything wrong. Ha! What do the peasants know? Oh well, I suppose it's better than nothing. While the nobles scoff at the king, lowering himself to listen to the peasantry, the peasants themselves are happy to have a voice for a change. You hope to find something useful soon. Alright, ooh, the summer games! Let's go. The summer games have begun. Your royal yacht glides into the port of Thalasus. Thalasus. That sounds good. Anxious servants lay out the red carpet while shooing away seagulls. A royal yacht? That's right. It's good to be king. Oh there, your serene highness. Beautiful day, isn't it? Lord Patrician Muff greets. Come with me. Your carriage to the grand arena is waiting. I do fit in on the coast. I blend right in. All my green. Let's see. Let's go. I'm not sure I like the sound of this arena business. What does a king have to do to get a drink around here? We'll go. We'll play it cool. There must be thousands of people in the arena, peasants and patricians alike. But you have the best view in the house. As you step out and wave, the crowd chants your name. We have 2 different events that we could show you today, Your August Majesty. Which would you prefer to witness? A gladiator fight or a monster battle? Monster battle. Sounds kind of fun. Tell me more about the gladiator fight. 2 of the most fearsome fighters from across Celeste Ath will clash for the title of Golden Champion. No rules, no limits, cheating encouraged. It's not really cheating if there's no rules, right? Blood and heartbreak guaranteed. What about the monster battle? We've sailed the furthest oceans and delved the deepest jungles to bring back exotic beasts for our gladiators to fight. 1 human fighter's metal will be tested against a creature from your nightmares. Ooh. It's a calculated choice. It will all work out in due time. We'll see. I mean, I'm kind of leaning man versus beast here, you know? That way we don't potentially lose 2 gladiators. Excellent choice, Your Serene Highness. Allow me to first call forth today's brave, or perhaps unfortunate, human champion. Man versus Yamada. Let Geralt handle this. Yeah, no kidding. Where is he? Lord Patrician Muff steps up to the podium, speaking into a bronze tube that projects his voice across the entire arena. Our gladiator today has undertaken the perilous journey from Atish to be here, so let's give her a warm welcome. An ex-soldier who's been to interesting places, met interesting people, and killed them. She's come here today because the grand prize is a damn sight better than a veteran's pension. Give it up for Relentless Kizma! Out into the circle of sand strides a stocky woman as wide and robust as a beer barrel. She has cobbled together her armor from the past fallen foes. It's a garish mishmash of iron and leather. She has dual-wielding swords, one longer than the other. She looks like she hasn't washed in months, and flies buzz around her tangled scalp. Lord Patrician Muff turns his attention back to you. Is Kizma single? Asking for a friend. Let's see if she survives this first, and then we'll see about getting you introduced. Right now, in cages beneath the arena floor, we have 3 different monsters that we could throw against our friend Relentless Kizma: a wyvern, a winter wolf, or a brown bear. But which should we choose? Why don't we let the king decide, since he's come to visit us all the way from the capital? The crowd hoots and hollers at this idea. Someone stands up and starts singing the national anthem off-key. Well, I mean, one of these sounds significantly more challenging than the other 2, right? So I'm not stealing rings and paying my taxes. I mean, I feel like the wolf has to be too easy, right? Like, that's not really even that impressive if she can beat a wolf. I feel like a wyvern is really the, Caesar really wants the wolf. She can take a wyvern, unless we haul that thing all the way out of here. That's true. Yeah, what are we gonna do with the wyvern if she doesn't kill it? Or if she doesn't fight it, you know? Like, what's even the point? Yeah, I think we gotta do the wyvern. I mean, the people came here to see a wyvern. I think we gotta see them fight the Wyvern. Ladies and gentle people, it's like a dragon, only smaller. And thank God for that, because it's still as big as a cow with wings. Watch out for that spiky tail, it's a Wyvern! The Wyvern is chained down to prevent it from just flying out of the arena completely. It snarls and snaps in place as Relentless Kizma readies her sword. As Relentless Kizma drums up the crowd's support, Lord Patrician Muff turns to you with a gleam in his eye. Half the fun of the Summer Games is the gambling. Why don't you place a bet before the fight begins? What are the odds? These two are pretty evenly matched, but the favorite is the Wyvern. Bet on it, and you'll only get your money back plus half. Relentless Kizma is the underdog. A successful bet on her means you'll double your cash. Somehow I don't believe you, Caesar. I think you might just be trying to protect her. Something tells me. Yeah, can you give me insider tips? There's not as much intrigue in the monster battles as there are in the gladiator fights. That's fair enough. Let's see, this comes right out of the treasury, so I don't want to spend... I don't want to bet too much. See, we'll bet 500. And we're going to put it on Kizma. I'm not going to do 1,000. In that case, just to make things interesting, I'll bet on the Wyvern. Shall we begin? Play New Game Plus right now. Wolves stun lock you. Wyverns and bears are usually solo. Really? Is that true? I have not actually played very much Witcher 3, so... You could be lying to me, you could be telling me the truth, and I honestly wouldn't know. Let the fight commence! Oh wow, I can order... She starts disarmed. That'd be insane. That'd be an insane thing to do. Crowd roars and stamps until the entire Colosseum shudders. The Wyvern charges forward before being yanked back by its chain. Relentless Kizma approaches cautiously. I like how they're giving me two options here. We'll cheer for her. Oh no. Relentless Kizma dances around the Wyvern, swinging her sword. The Wyvern's scaly hide absorbs most of the blows, but not all. After that, the Gladiator and the Beast play a deadly game, each taking turns to lunge at the other before retreating with some fresh injury. Blood soaks into the sand. Finally, though, the wounded Wyvern goes into a rage. It snaps its jaw around her leg and drags her down. The crowd gasps and screams and cheers as the Wyvern begins to noisily feast on Relentless Kizma. And the winner is the Wyvern! Most excellent. Give me a moment while I go collect my winnings. I should have probably not done that. I have a feeling that might have been a little fixed. F in the chat for Kizma. Yeah, let's get some Fs in the chat. A valiant effort indeed. I know, I wanted her to win too. It's a shame. Order that the Wyvern be released back into the wild. People would like that? That's going to lower Defiance? What now lowers Defiance? What just happened was disgusting. I'm going to ban the arena. Vote F. I don't think I want to release the Wyvern back into the wild. Oh, the Summer Games has many more diversions to offer, Your Serene Highness, all in good time. For now, shall we break for lunch? The next week of the Summer Games is packed with entertainment, athletic competitions, chariot races, copious amounts of wine, and above all, blood in the sand. On your journey back to the palace, you reflect that your attendance at the games has certainly helped cement the patrician's support. Okay, so that was everything, right? That's the season done? Cool. That is a long lunch. Alright, it's auction time. Is there anything else for me to do here? No, I think I just let y'all have at it. Actually, no, I'll give you guys a minute or two to discuss. What's the strategy going to be, everybody? Does everyone know what they have to do? More bazaars. Grand Bazaar would be cool. Look at the trade. Who doesn't want more trade? Right? Trade good. Spend money to make money. That's right. Alright, I'm going to start the auction up. Begin! Remember, it's exclamation point, fund, the letter of what you're trying to fund, and the amount you want to bid. I think you're looking for fund, not vote. I don't know. I maybe vote also works. I actually don't know. Oh, there you go. That one definitely worked, Lemming. That one definitely came through. "10 seconds left. Get your wooden nickels in." Alright, time's up. What do we got here? What are we building? The theater lowers the authority, and the prison lowers the stability. I don't like these choices. I don't approve. No, not the arts! Anything but the arts. These are getting a little closer than I would like now, if I'm being honest. A 5th prison? That's so many prisons. So many prisons. Your marriage to Xenia has grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. I'm very happy, thank you. It went about as well as could be expected. Felt more like a life sentence than a wedding. With I'm very happy. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. Cell for the cell throne. Police for the police god. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own who would do the trick, even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins. See, my wife and I will have a child together. Yeah, we'll do that. That sounds good. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. I could be an heir. I'm loyal. I can't guarantee that, though, can I? I don't mean to exaggerate, Your Grace, but I believe I have pioneered the most incredible invention in the history of mankind. You're disappointed with me? For what reason? I was hosting a small party, playing cards with some old friends. I called for a servant to bring me something to eat that was both tasty and convenient, as my hands were occupied. What my servant brought me that evening will change the world forever, Your Majesty. It sounds like your servant invented it. Yes, and he's my employee, so I own the idea. It's only fair. Ban the invention. It's the work of the devil. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. They hold in the air a plate. Atop the plate are 2 slices of bread with a piece of meat wedged between them. It allows the hungry noble to consume 2 slices of bread plus meat all at once, saving valuable time. Yeah, that sounds pretty great. Meanwhile, the bread serves as an impregnable barrier, preventing one's hands from being besmirched by meaty juices. I love that all of these are appropriately only positive reactions. I want to buy this servant. Astonishing. Naturally, since this is my invention, I propose we name it after me. In a few years' time, I expect everyone to be enjoying a nice Bacon Hunter 42 for lunch. But naturally, this invention cannot be made available for free. Every time a Bacon Hunter 42 is consumed, I expect a small royalty payment. I mean, it's called a royalty payment. I feel like it should be going to me. I'd rather not eat Bacon Hunter's juicy meat. You have been creating some abominations. That is true. Let's see. Alright, Bacon Hunter gives the royalties they deserve. I mean, it'd be good to lower the defiance. Bacon Hunter 42s are too delicious to be controlled. Hmm. You create one Frankenstein and suddenly you're the bad guy, huh? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I want to influence this one. If I want to at all. I think, yeah, I'll probably just veto the, this one. The defiance is too high, guys. I can't afford I can't afford to raise the defiance anymore. What do you mean plays against Barons? I've been helping you out almost the whole game. I've done like 2 things to slow you down a little bit. Look, the council has spoken, okay? Bacon Hunter 42s are too delicious to be controlled. Blood and stars, if you don't reward me, how do you expect to motivate the next great innovator? Bacon Hunter 42s prove a massively popular luncheon. Bakeries spring up on the east, experimenting with new ingredients. Turns out you can put almost anything between 2 pieces of bread. See, you got some trade out of it there. You happy, Counts? You got some trade out of it. It's not all bad. Okay, I think we're down to our last event of the season. An eastern peasant has word on the Count's bees, Your Majesty. On the coast we call them Sand Hunter 42s. Sorry to say, my liege, but I believe the defiance is rising either way. I mean, yeah, but like not as much as it could have. And like if it was about balancing the defiance rising with also benefiting things that I wanted. Silently passes a law in his domain requiring all Bacon Hunter 42s be given the nickname of the Sand Hunters. Your Majesty, I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I did spot a big old swarm of bees going towards the coast. Lord Patrician Muff stamps in, his face swollen and covered with stings. Those damned Counts. I bet they sent those bees of theirs just to trouble us. I did wonder what was going on with your face. Yes, it's terrible. By the 9th, those bees must be destroyed. No one dares to go outside. Our markets are ruined. Blood and stars, says Count Lemming Runs. These bees are our livelihood. If they are killed, they'll bring bad luck to all of us. Then you should have taken better care of them, shouldn't you? Oh boy. So focus on luring the bees back to the east. I mean, I think it's probably what we should. That's going to lower farming? How is that going to lower farming? Hmm. Hmm. All right, I'm gonna need the faithful to step up on this one. Okay, you guys with me? For the 9th. Praise be. Come on. Yes. Yes. We need the church to heal the peasants. Believe. Come on. There we go, it's done. There we go. Now we have to see if it actually pans out. Lord Patrician Muff looks pleased and bows, hurrying away to summon some priests. Not every priest is happy about the risk of stinging, but enough attend to the peasants to get them in better shape for work. Soon the markets have returned to normal. See? Faith heals all, guys. I've always said this. Faith! Okay. Next season. Down in the march, Baron Azartrus is visiting the wizard Gordius in his tower of black basalt. Lava bubbles and cracks in the stone, somehow flowing uphill. Last night, as I slept, I walked through the glittering halls of the apiary, and do you know what I saw? Vast crystalline palaces, dream queens upon shimmering thrones. The hives go from strength to strength. What happened to our deal, you fool? Am I dealing with an incompetent? Please, says Baron Azartrus. Just give me a few more months. By the 9th, I won't let you down. See that you don't. Those who waste my time quickly discover that the 7 hells hold no torments like an irritated wizard. The Baron's aim is to lower all regions' combined farming to 14 or less. Oh boy, it's tax time! Alright, the treasury is quite low. I'm not going to be able to afford... I don't think I can even afford to give anyone a tax break. Unless I also charge someone more. So like if I do, hypothetically, this, does that even out? It does not even out. I would have to do this. That barely evens out. That's tough. Hey, it worked that time. Thank you for the follow, Fecal Beans. Yeah, pretty far off the mark so far. I've been doing a good job of maintaining the farming. Oh, this one's tough. I think I honestly might just have to leave everyone at regular tax. I think I might just have to do regular tax for everybody. Although, no, I might do a little bit more tax on the patricians, actually. So they can afford it. Well... Wait, is that the same? Yeah, okay. There'll be a Hampton Bee party if you tax us. This is tough for me. I mean, see, the comment, like, that's... Yeah, that's positive, but I still only gain 300. If something comes up, and I need to spend 1,500, I'm still screwed. Or terrorism will see a surge if you go bankrupt. I mean, this raises defiance by 1. More wrong decisions that we need to force faith in this country. Yes, more faith. I agree. What does this look like again? Yeah, it's barely anything. changes to tax laws are so odd. That's what we're doing. There you go. Cowabunga it is. Look, the Treasury needed more money. If something, like if an emergency happens, I need to have some money to deal with it. I feel like I've been pretty nice so far. How do you expect me to take this seriously? You crack-brained simpleton. That's a good insult. Shut your daft mouth and give me what I am owed, you honorless dog. What in the seven hells is going on? This pimple-headed lackwit expects me to pay them a huge quantity of gold just because their great-great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather in a foot race. A debt owed is a debt owed, is it not? Passes a law through his puppet legislature in his domain, basically legalizing terrorism in all but name. It's quite a legislative action to take. Rewarding our faith with raised taxes. Look, listen. The treasury, the kingdom needs money. We gotta be prepared. Your Highness, I only recently discovered this debt while combing through my ancestors' journal. Honor dictates that the noble patrician Creep2 is liable for their ancestors' debt. By the 9th, this is ludicrous. I demand we put this to a vote. So we can either order noble patrician Creep2 to pay their debt, cancel the debt, it's too old to matter, order noble patrician Creep2 to pay their debt plus 2 centuries of interest. That's insane. That's a crazy thing to say. Let's see. I don't really care. We're just gonna let the chaos unfold. It does seem kind of insane to me, I'm gonna be honest. Creepy, you voted for yourself to pay the debt plus extra. What? Why? Why did you vote for that? Oh, right. Duh. I'm an idiot. You actually saw what I did. That's fair. That's fair. You still have to pay your debt, though. By the 9th, this council is full of idiots. Fine, take your money. With pleasure. There you go. I wish there was a sneakier way to activate the reverse voting. I guess that kind of does defeat some of the purpose. Like, ideally, you have some people who know that it's a reverse vote and some people who don't for maximum chaos. But that's fine. A new resolution passes. The Cathario legislature unanimously, good lord, I can speak, banning all goods from the coast and capital regions. Wow, that's. I think I can rule that piece of legislation illegal. I'm pretty sure I can put a stop to that. Your August Majesty, some good news from the coast about the bee problem. The priests have been making up herbal ointments for treating stings. And they think they've discovered some new anti-venom that's even more effective, but we don't have enough to test it properly. Oh, okay, straight into the vote then. And the Crown will financially contribute to the research. See, if I didn't tax some nobles a little bit more, we wouldn't have the ability to potentially contribute to the research here. Okay, I'm just saying. We now have that option because of my my tax law decisions. No more bee talk. The coastal church is on its own for this one? I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I do. Just veto this one. And then, yeah. You guys do what you do. Is that everyone? Is that all the votes in? There are 2 nobles who haven't voted. But it wouldn't matter even if they did, so we'll move on. The voting has closed. We've got the crown will financially contribute. So you're welcome, okay? You're welcome. What a nice benevolent king I am. Your Majesty, there is a petitioner here to see you today. We are not exactly sure where she's from. In another shocking revolt by the Carthago in its legislature, they pass a law tearing down all royal statues, including those of Omessa. That's harsh. Harsh. Your Majesty, there is a petitioner here to see you. That's right. I'm not sure where she's from. I assume you have a good reason for letting her in. You'll see soon enough, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Oreed. I have a proposition for you. Where are you from? Distant shores, Your Majesty. I prefer to keep my exact origins a secret. Suspicious. I am but a humble ship's captain, once of great renown, but that was a different time. Not a pirate, then. No, Your Majesty, never would I countenance the thought. Tell me more about this proposition. Ignore the fact that the state legislature all require my approval to be appointed and paid. Yeah. Curious. Caesar makes a good point. Caesar makes a very good point. Going against me is going against the ninth himself. 3 ships are docked in a harbor to the west. Their holds are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder, and they each boast a full battery of cannons. They're all yours in return for a small favor. Muskets, the small furry animals? What would I do with muskets? What is this favor? That's what I want to know. I only wish to stay in this kingdom with your blessing and protection. I can show your soldiers how to use the weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents. I mean, that sounds... And what did you do? I don't know what you mean, Your Majesty. I simply wish to keep my dealings private. You will forgive me, I hope. Interesting. Interesting. We can give her a safe harbor in exchange for the muskets, which I'm inclined to do. Or we can confiscate her, take the prisoner, confiscate the weapons, take her prisoner, or reject them. I mean, this is what I want. I don't have any other influence that I can make here, so come on, guys, help your king out. This is good for all of us. This is gonna help everybody. Come on, there's no reason to forsake your fellow. Sorry, Caesar. Don't know why that got banned. Oh, actually, I do know why that got banned. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do know exactly why that got banned. But yeah, yeah, rare red-green coalition vote. Doesn't happen often. There we go. Look at that. Stronger military for everybody. Who doesn't like that? Orida and her weapons prove most useful in the coming months. She and her crew train your officers, as promised. Ori demonstrates by puncturing a metal breastplate at 500 yards. The council clearly made the right decision. Good job, council. I knew you guys could do it. One of the counts voted against you. Sounds like something you should deal with internally. It sounds like not my problem. Let's see, do I want any of these? I do like Golden Choice. I might swap that for Monarch's Vote, honestly. Swing votes. After voting, nobles can change their minds and vote for a different option. That could be fun. These all sound really fun, honestly. 600 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option. But, like, you guys are never going to vote for the selected option. If I choose that and you see that I use it on something, you're always going to vote for something else. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to take that. Monarch choice is the best. Yeah, I'm thinking Monarch's golden choice. Then I can more directly incentivize things. Swing votes is also just kind of a fun idea. Yeah, we have had a couple of close votes. Golden is the best option, brings more wealth. Yeah, that is true. If I may, Royal Gamble is good if you know the majority will vote for something. Yes, but I feel like the odds of that happening are not that common. Like, for me to be able to use that on something that the majority of people will vote for, most of the time the majority of people are going to vote for something that I don't want. Golden choice is good in swing votes. I can see that for sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with golden choice, and I'm going to drop Monarch's vote because it's like almost the same. Oh jeez. Let's start with this one. I don't want to deal with bankruptcy looms just yet. The Kurth captain that you allowed to stay in the capital, the one who traded those weapons, she has been the cause of some concern. Nobles have complained that she has been rude and confrontational. She does not know royal etiquette, after all. No events in Baron's country? Yeah, what's that about? Worse, some suspect her of being a Kurth spy. Okay, I will have a word. You find Orid pacing the halls, far from her assigned chambers. What are you doing out of your room? Can I help? I heard you were causing trouble. What can I help? Kurth bounty hunters landed in the coast not long ago. I see where you're going with this. Exactly, they're looking for me, right? I did not expect them to come here. Clearly I was wrong. Tell me what you did and I might help you. You should leave. I could remove the hunters and ban others from coming. You'll be fine if you stay with me. Send her to the marches. Welcome in, Fruity Kitten. Yes, join, or sorry, Fully Kitten. I misread that, my bad. We'll go with this one. My crime was a crime of thought. I dared to disagree with the other senators on a matter of great import. So you're a senator of Kurth. I was, once, now I am nothing. I could remove the hunters and then ban them from coming. Oh. Okay, that just triggers a vote. I kind of wish I didn't do that now. That kind of locks me into a vote here that I'm not really, not a huge fan of. Huh. It's between RP and playing for your region. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I have to think about... Honestly, I think I might just let whatever happens happen. We'll let the people decide. Alright, looks like it's been decided. Voting is closed. Ban Kurth citizens from entering the country. So this is what? Lowers stability and lowers trade a little bit. So not ideal. Obviously, this definitely helps the counts of the East. Or is grateful for your assistance, though your Chancellor warns of Kurt's inevitable response. Creep 2 is torn between voting for actually helping the region and helping their roleplay. Counts met the goal. For now, I can still, I might be able to turn it around. You don't know. I can still pull the stability back up. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. Yeah. What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, sell off crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. Let's see, I own the Royal Mint. Do I make more coins? Yeah, just print more money. That'll do it. Can't see that going wrong. Take a hefty loan. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Sell off the royal jewelry to wealthier nobles. Yeah, I don't want to do that either. Time to crack open some... Man, these options suck. We want a republic, go burr. Like, I know this is not going to go as well as it makes it look like on here, but I'm just going to have to, we're just going to have to make some inflation happen. We're just going to have to do just a little bit of inflation, guys. Just a little bit. It's fine. It'll be fine. The game is done? No. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Your August Majesty, I'm pleased to announce that we have discovered an effective anti-venom over in the coast. The market will crash and your stats minus like, Oh well. Easy come, easy go. I'm pleased to announce that we have discovered an effective anti-venom. That's right. You or the church? Huzzah, I'm glad these bees are useful somehow. Indeed, marvelous. The only thing is... Yes, the only thing is that unfortunately the patricians are too focused on profit to understand how important it is for my hard-working priests to be recognized for their efforts. Look, we're as devout as anyone, but it was our peasants who went through hell to get us this remedy. You have no idea what going through hell means, but you will, unless you change your ways. Ooh. Oh gosh, this is insane. What's going on here? Oh no. Who should profit from the anti-venom discoveries of the church? It was the priests who discovered. Defiance goes up, faith goes up, stability goes up. I'm okay with that. The patricians, there's money to be made. Don't love that. Remedy should be available free for everyone. Let's see here. Welcome in the Cheshire to admire. Welcome, welcome. Pay us to make it free? I'm not gonna do that. Wait, hang on. I mean, that's not a terrible idea, actually. The problem with that is the authority decrease, obviously. I'm considering incentivizing A. But I don't know. I'm not sure. Free for all? I mean, yeah, the masses do need the anti-venom. I don't want to continue or further both schemes. Like, I don't want both of these to go into level 2. Right now, the count scheme is already set to go into level 2. And I also want to keep faith up. So Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Golden Choice A. If you want some money for furthering your own goals, vote for option A. If you subsidize the cure for the free, I considered it, but again, it's just the authority loss is tough to swallow. And I should have just vetoed this. I should have just vetoed this stupid option. Oh man. It's all coming apart, isn't it? The Archbishop delivers angry sermons in St. Bertrand's Cathedral about the patricians worshipping only at the altar of greed. The state legislature of Carthago passes a new law ignoring the council vote to make the cure free anyway, funded by the state treasury. Hey, I respect it. I really do. Meanwhile, the patricians make a small fortune from selling antivenom at an outrageous markup. Coastal peasants grumble that a single bottle costs more than a week's wage, and many can't afford the treatment at all. But working the fields without it is nearly impossible. Unlucky, I guess. Okay, that's the end of the season. Why do you only have 600 bucks? You know, I don't really know. I see you having a lot more than 600. I see you having 1350. Also, why are the counts so big? Why are there so many people in the counts? It shows 600 on the overlay for you too? Oh, weird. Yeah, I'm not looking at the overlay, so I couldn't really tell you, but on my end, it's showing that you have more than that. And I'm willing to believe that this is probably the accurate number. Yeah, I think it's probably just messed up on the overlay. You spent all your money on the incredible profit prisons. Yes, of course. Count Bacon Hunter 42 says, the kingdom's in great jeopardy and the council is calling for the king's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. If the king's in a weak enough position, he's got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering, Spymaster. No more marshal or chancellor or treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made up of counts. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Can you choose what faction to join? Yeah, so I think if you type !join and then you type the name of the faction. Yeah, if you join at the start of the game, I think it gives you like a more direct on-screen way to do it. But I think you can also like type in the command like join whatever faction and it'll put you in that, I think. After game start, you can pick a faction. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my air. Yes, good. This is what happens when you when you are negligent towards the Barons. Authority and stability is gone. I've been trying to keep it up, man. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die? I ask that my crown be passed down to... The council hall is filled with a nervous silence. Does it matter? Do these change things any like a different amount? Your UI is bugging like a lot? That sucks. I mean, I still see you in here at least. It's just preference? Okay. I mean, whatever. I don't care. You managed to beat the clock? Yeah, just barely, right? I guess that had to be pretty close. There's not a Barons option. Shout out to Barons. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Just changes the heir's gender. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. The assembled nobles break out into a polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Grace, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child. What is their name? Asks the Cheshire to admire. Omesta II. Sure. How exquisite, Your Grace. I'm sure little Omesta II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Exciting stuff. Your Majesty, a diplomat has arrived all the way from Kurth. Oh. Actually, so we've got to... We'll try to finish this event real quick. Sorry. Your Greatest Majesty, a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure is all mine. I come on behalf of the Kurth Senate and Grand Pensionary. We are aware of this ban that you've placed on travelers from our country. We ask that you lift it, and while you're at it, we'd like you to release the fugitive captain you are holding into your custody. Kurth will compensate you, of course. I would also humbly remind you, Your Majesty, that Kurth is a regional power that Your Majesty may not like to anger, if Your Majesty can help it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take a quick pause before this vote, because there's an ad that's going to come in, and I want to think about how I want to approach this. And once we're back, we'll get right into the vote. Cool? Cool. Real quick, we'll just do we'll do this. Throw it to a burb. Put the fun Zelda music back on. Run the ad, and we'll be back in just 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Why'd you folks type join? You're all in? That's true. You do seem to be in. Okay. Sorry, that was a little bit longer than I wanted. Should be good to go now, though. Okay, so we want to lift the ban. Treasury would be good, but everyone's trying to lower my authority, or almost everyone's trying to lower my authority now. Oh, that would suck. That would be a real pain. Lift the ban, but keep Orid. Raise Defiance, which would be tough. Retain the ban, turn away. Retain the ban, turn away the ambassador. This is a tough one for me. Veto A option. This will be chaotic if I let A pass. I kind of agree. How does the Crown feel about Carthagos' new law? Oh wait, I need to review this law. Passes a new law requiring children to at least to attend 8 years of school funded by the Crown. How they convinced the Crown to fund it? They haven't yet, and are hoping to get away with it. Listen, the Crown on paper is in favor of this idea. The Crown also just is having some financial troubles right now. Money will not predict you to defeat the Counts. Man, that's true. But see, like, yeah, the money doesn't really help me at this point anyway, because of the silly decision I made earlier to print more money. And authority just only hurts, or authority down only hurts me. Defiance is going up either way otherwise, and authority goes up. Yeah, I think I have to veto A. I think vetoing A is the only thing that makes any sense for me. You didn't have schooling before? What's it gonna be, everybody? Oh, dead heat so far. Ooh, anyone else? We've still got some nobles who haven't voted. Alright, here it is. Authority goes up. Defiance also goes up. Declining both requests, you ask politely for the diplomat to be on their way. Their pleasant facade falls quickly as they warn you that a reaction from Kurth will be swift. A few nobles condemn you for your attachment to Orid, both lamenting the forsaken coin and fearing the promised retribution. It's fine. It'll be fine. King is a warmonger? What do you mean warmonger? I just asked someone to leave. I didn't hurt anybody. Your Majesty, the Palace Watch are reporting that there's a troll downstairs in the dungeon. What's a troll? Violent, brutish creatures. I have no idea how one got into our dungeon, but we'd better do something about it. I'll deal with the monster before it hurts anyone. The fact that it's giving me an option to talk to the troll makes me really want to try talking to the troll. Kurds are heretics, we demand a crusade. Whoa, 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 that escalated quickly. The Carthago legislature repeals a few of their more obviously conflicting laws with the national law, showing approval of the actions with Kurth. Okay, okay, we're making progress. Isn't time to rebel yet. Okay, I mean, I gotta see what the trolls got to say, right? Your Majesty, I'm not sure that's wise. You stride past her and descend into the dungeons. 2 watch officers stand guard over a troll who's storing in the middle of an empty cell. It seems to have torn a hole in the dungeon wall. I say wake up! Let's see, how did it even get in here? Officers poke it until it wakes up. On second thought, you should probably kill it. I say wake up! You gesture and shout, but the troll barely moves. How did it even get in here? Through the catacombs would be my guess. These dungeons all back onto various tunnels and crypts. Must have made this hole on its way in. What are the catacombs? A maze of tunnels and crypts that crisscross the whole city. Impossible to navigate. Most who go looking for a tomb never come back these days. I feel like asking my officers to poke it until it wakes up is a bad idea. It just does not strike me as a smart thing to do. Send 3 doggos in his suit to explore the catacombs. It's a troll, perchance it doesn't care? Perchance? Officers poke it until it wakes up. Gingerly, the officers poke the troll with their long pole axes. After a few rumbling grunts, one eye opens. What? Says the troll. Nice to meet you. Yes, you too. Who are you? I'm King Omesta. What? The King Omesta? Spirits, I must not have been myself last night. How did you get in here? I'm something of an adventurer. I love spelunking. Didn't expect to wander in here, though. I was hoping for more ancient artifacts or the Trollden folk or something. Wherever here is. These are the dungeons of the royal palace. Perhaps you could stay here with us. You need to leave. You need to fix the damage you did to my wall. Break into the king's dungeon, will you? Off with its head. I mean, I've got a pretty good shot at the authority check on asking him to fix the damage. The problem is, I don't know, like, what the actual upshot of that is. It's clearly just a chill guy. Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty chill, doesn't he? He said we adopt the troll. Okay, all right. You know what? Yeah, we've all the council is speaking almost unanimously. Perhaps you could stay here with us. Really? Why? It's nice and warm in here. Trolls like mushrooms, right? There's plenty of them down here. Or I can protect you from being attacked by peasants. Or I'm sure I could pay you to make use of your skills. Interesting. Hire it? Yeah, why not? I do have a lot of money. That's true. It's true. I do have a lot of money. Yes, maybe you're right. I could reach things on high shelves for you. Sure. Is that really the best use of your talents? Oh, sure. Great. Our money is worthless anyway. Yeah, it will be soon, if not already. You can guard my dungeons. Do you like books? I need a new librarian. Ooh, what do we think? What's a good job for the troll? Make him a librarian? Librarian could be fun. I mean, Royal Gardener could also be cool. Yeah, Gardener's a good shout. You've never seen this one before? Librarian and Gardener sound fun? I agree. Let me see a couple more people weigh in. Anyone got any thoughts on Gardener versus Librarian for the troll job? Maybe he'll find the holy book in the library and being converted? Potentially. Potentially. I think I'm going to send him into the library. I love books. It's a deal. Nice. Very well, I accept your offer. I'm Ronalt, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Ronalt. And you. I suppose I should probably help you rebuild that wall I broke. Over the next few hours, Ronalt helps you patch up the hole, while you head to bed for some much-needed shut-eye. What a nice guy. What a nice, upstanding troll. A fair few of your advisors think you're joking when you tell them you've hired a troll to be your new librarian, your wife included. Nice, that went very well. I'm happy with that one. You know what, I gotta see where the librarian leads. The great thing is I got an achievement for that too. I got like a golden rare achievement for getting a troll as my librarian, so that was really fun. There's only one holy book and it's in Omesta's possession, you heretic. Alright, cool. I think that wraps up the summer, right? Ooh, it's auction time. Bacon Hunter, how do you have no money? Did you spend all of your money at the last auction? And just haven't received any since then somehow? Yes. Hey, yes, you got what you wanted though, right? It worked out, I guess. Alright, here comes the auction. Everybody ready? 3, 2, 1. It's open. Got a few different options this time. No prisons. No more prisons. Buy the theater. You could also not, though. Counterpoint. Lower authority. There you go. You got it that time. 3, 2, 1. So we got the monument, which raises authority. Let's go. Okay, and the Deer Park, which lowers farming by 1, which is not ideal, but hey. Good job, guys, raising authority. I don't know. I don't know why they're raising authority, but works for me. The king approves. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a saint. You're well on your way to reaching that goal. The church have never loved a king more. Well done, Your Majesty. Nice. Oh, good. Defiance goes down. That's excellent. Did the counts vote to raise authority? I mean, that's amazing. Thank you, counts. Counts are the real MVPs. And they're the most populous region, too. Like, there's no excuse. Anyway, but to shut down your nobles' scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. So you told Big Nasty to do that because you misread which one it was. I'll take it. I will take it. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend our full support. With the backing of the Church, the nobles won't dare move against you. You funded both. There you go. That's one way to spend your money. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's an ancient lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. Get elevated by the church to the status of a living saint? Ooh. Recover the Scepter of Sages, faith, and trade. Trade's pretty strong. Authority is also pretty strong. I don't know. I don't know which. I don't know which one of these is closer to winning already. Like, I don't know what the target is. I'll be honest, normally councils are way more hostile to faith, so normally you would never see total faith get higher by games and, like, -5. That's interesting. Well, I think it's been interesting on this particular game because, like, the faith, I feel like the faith options have been balanced out between things that the different regions actually do want. So they have been sort of incentivized to vote for some faith options. So I think it's worked out fairly well, maybe just because of luck. I'm not sure. We respect the ninth god and we love burning the heretics. Caesar gets it. Caesar gets it. I'm gonna go with trade because I think that's probably gotta be the higher one, right? A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin sending out adventurers to track down the scepter's location. But adventurers aren't cheap. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall faith and trade as much as you can, and of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Oh jeez. Caesar the Cathargo legislature invites you. Even a senator named Brutus wants to meet you. Well, that sounds delightful. Sounds like a nice guy. Count Fullykitten says, Your Highness, heed my plea. The great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. A demon's hatched from the ground, someone died, you ran out of capes. Worse even that, I fear. An order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. It's the order of the Gossamer Shield, Your Highness. They were once the greatest of the knightly orders to serve the counts. Their virtues were extolled by bards across the land. Tales that would make a troll weep. But they've been brought low. They're working as glorified bounty hunters for the coast. This is a stain on the honor of the East. Lord Patrician Dutch says, Nonsense! Our military has suffered some setbacks recently, so we hired Gossamer Security to keep order. For a pretty penny, I might add. The coast's military is now capable, and some patricians' wealth has decreased. Uh-oh. Gossamer Security has been solving the problems we once solved and kicking the buttocks we once kicked. Blood and stars! Gossamer Security. How it has come to this. Or how has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries, and they need reminding of a little thing called a chivalry. Please, Your Grace, I beg the council to be reasonable. Oh, geez, what do we got going on here? Okay. So, nothing affects faith here, so that's good. Recall the order and restore its courtly dignity. That would cause a shift in the... Well, okay, that's not a defiance shift that I super care about. Stability, I do care. Farming, I do care. Money, yeah, that's not great. Invest in Gossamer Security to help protect the coast. Minus treasury. Difference in defiance. Up trade, that could be good. Ah. This is going to be an interesting one. How do I want to affect this? I think I have to... damn. This is a tough one. I think I have to veto D. This is going to be a tough one. do what's right by the kingdom, my people. No, that's not it though. Not that one though. don't do that. Do the other things. Vote A out of spite. Alternatively, you could not. You could not do that. Okay, that's... Unless we get some of our absent votes to all pile on the same one, I think that's where that one's going to end. Okay. Fine. Not ideal. By the 9th, you haven't heard the last of this. Unfortunately, but the Knights of the Gossamer Shield recalled to the east, order breaks down in the coast. Nothing better than the spite vote. Pirates hide out in hidden coves and target fishing vessels, leaving the patricians no choice but to import expensive food. Still, the counts are pleased. Hopefully, the reputation of the order will recover. I hope you're happy, counts. The Carthago legislature, in its usual oddities, passes a law declaring knights not a legally binding job, and stating that they will not be recognized as any different than mercenaries. Alright, this is our last event of the season? I think so. New laborers. Your Majesty, I have a proposition for you, says Baron Azartrus. As we all know, you are the greatest king who ever lived, but you've been locking a lot of people up. That's not my fault. That is not my decision. I didn't choose to do that. Blame the barons. It was your decision, actually. This is your fault. Yeah, who built the prisons? Exactly. What are you talking about? Which is your right, of course. Only many of them are the pettiest of criminals. There are thousands locked up for illegally dumping human waste, for example. Most of them would make good laborers and farmhands, which we sorely need in the march. Perhaps we can work out a deal? I don't know, can we? Build prisons like the Amish raise barns. This is actually so messed up. You're building all of these prisons, and then you're like, look, we got all these prisoners. Why don't we just make them do cheap labor? It's really, really messed up, man. Yeah, we build prisons like the Amish raise barns, Ronald Reagan. No kidding. Okay. Accept gold in exchange for petty prisoners. We don't need gold, though. I'll tell you what. I'll pay you guys to vote for donating the prisoners for free. Come on, don't you guys want some money? You want the money and you want the lower authority. I know you do. Nice. Most generous offer. Yeah, well, don't let's not talk about this one too much. Soon a large number of the so-called criminals are sent to the march to work the fields. The barons are grateful for your gift, and the marcher crops thrive thanks to all the extra fertilization. Gotta keep those farms moving. Gotta keep them moving. Okay, cool. On to the winter. Oh, it's tax season. You know what's better than a gulag? A monarchistic gulag. Okay, so the patricians invest wisely in wine exports, making 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. So the patricians are a little bit wealthier this tax season. So, I mean, realistically, because of past decisions I have made, I guess I really don't need to worry too much about the treasury. Right before tax season, the Carthago state legislature passes new laws restoring royal authority, such as rebuild the statues they torn down and such. Oh, you're good, Azarchus. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, GG's. Hope to see you around again sometime soon. Have a good night. The Greens have better trade and money, so they should be taxed. Show them your place. See, the thing is I don't really need the taxes. So, like, I'm going to bring barons down because I want to lower the defiance. Not our fault. We're good at trade. True. True. I mean, like, what's really the loss here of just giving everyone a tax break because I've printed all this money earlier? Like, we're gonna crash this economy so hard. Guys, listen to me. I have a fantastic idea for our economy. First, what we're gonna do is print way too much money, okay? And then we're gonna give the rich all of the tax breaks. Yes, no, I'm I'm aware, Creep 2. This is not gonna help things. But it helps my political situation a little bit, which honestly I think this is kind of a little bit of a clever twist to this game, in the specifically in the, like, the tax situation, where, like, I'm incentivized to create all this extra money, like in that earlier decision where I, like, printed a bunch of extra money. I'm incentivized to do that. Even though it's technically worse for the country, it's better for me politically, like in the short term, to create all this extra crazy inflationary wealth and then hand out tax cuts to all of the wealthy councilmen. It works for me, but it's going to be so much worse for everyone else in the country. Yeah, the Zimbabwe $500 trillion note. Yeah, that's a great example. But you know what? This is a video game. This is not a real country, so tax cuts for the rich. Let's go! Let it ride! See, I actually just paid off all my debts there. It was actually a really smart thing to do. Okay, here we go. Your Majesty, I have the most exciting news. Our hired adventurers have discovered an ancient manuscript hidden deep beneath the mountains. It speaks of the Spectre of Sages, and it was written by Queen Alma herself. Worried about what would happen to the kingdom after she died, she hid the Scepter of Sages so her enemies couldn't find it. If Queen Alma was here, I'd give her a piece of my mind. Good work, Treasurer. It's in a warren of caves within the Black-Wheeled Forest. Your Majesty, near to the capital, it's been under our noses this whole time. I've taken the liberty of sending out more adventurers. They'll clear the area and get inside. Excellent. Send them on their way. As you wish, Your Majesty. As soon as the adventurers return, the treasurer comes to tell you the news. Have they found anything? Oh! Most delightful news, Your Majesty! The adventurers have found a golden door beneath the forest, which matches the description of Queen Alma's manuscript. The Carthago State Legislature passes a new controversial law, capping all prices and costs to a max of 100 on certain products, hence in theory making inflation not exist in the state, albeit capitalists are seen protesting outside the state legislature the next day. See, so have we got the scepter? The scepter should be hidden within. But the Scepter of Sages can be found only by a monarch who is strong of purpose and true of heart. That's me! Yes, indeed, Majesty, I'm sure I agree. The Ghost will remember this. Yeah, you guys are on the same team. But unfortunately, it's not me who decides. Queen Alma wrote a ritual for the monarch to prove themselves worthy of the scepter. If we go to the cave, I can read out the relevant passages while you set it all up. You make the arrangements, bringing a procession of horses, food, drinks, adventurer guides, and a little traveling desk for the treasurer to the Black-Wheeled Forest. Baron's account, actually. Yeah, Baron's actually just his first name. He's Count Baron Bacon Hunter. Or, yeah. Your wife comes too, riding beside you. I wonder if someone's already gone in there and stolen it. That would be typical. I hope not. That would suck. The adventurers lead you inside the cave, holding flaming torches to light your way. Soon the tunnel grows horribly cramped, and you bend double to squeeze through. These tunnels are cursed. We'll be stuck down here forever. You walk for what feels like hours. Ever a ray of sunshine, the queen. No kidding. Just as you might have lost hope, you reach a golden door, exactly as the adventurers described. It will only open for the faithful. Close your eyes, Your Majesty. Concentrate. Oh, here we go. This is going to be closer than I would like. Ah, your focus scatters and you open your eyes. Don't worry, Your Majesty. Maybe if we go back to the palace and pray for guidance. You return to the surface far more quickly than you descended, blinking away tears in the sudden sunlight. XCOM moment for real. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing the kingdom's faith as much as possible the next 2 seasons. The challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. Okay. We've got a shot. I just need to keep myself afloat for another couple seasons. We're going to ignore the hyperinflation thing real quick. Just ignore that for a minute. It's fine, I'm sure. No, it's not time. It's not time for the consequences of anything. Don't worry about it. It doesn't exist. If we keep pushing it off, it won't hurt us. we were paying for the order. We were paying the order of the Gossamer Shield to protect our land, but Count Fullykitten decided he wanted the knights to go back to writing love poetry and picking flowers. Now crime is exploding in the coast, and there's no one to keep order. That's your problem, says Count Fullykitten. People have been visiting my keep from across the kingdom to learn about the knightly virtues and court etiquette. For a fee, of course. Depths below, your outdated notions about chivalry are irrelevant in the modern age. The death knell tolls for thee, sire. Nah, it's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Actually, they're more relevant than ever. We could all do it with a little more romance in our lives. In fact, I should come to the capital and spread the word. What do you say, Your Majesty? Oh gosh, what are we even... Invite Count Fullykitten to spread his ideas to the capital. Send Count Fullykitten to help the patricians overcome their problems. Order the Gossamer Knights to fight for the patricians again. I'm gonna be real, I don't think I care that much. The state legislature passes a new law limiting the max amount of preachers funded by the state to 10. This has caused stun, with the legislature defending it, saying the state is already quite faithful. Some wonder if Creep 2 had influence on this, considering almost half the legislature voted no, and were as such dismissed and replaced. Gotta be A. Yeah, I mean, yeah. But also, I don't think it's gonna matter. I'll put the golden choice on A. So vote for A if you believe in this country continuing in its current form. Vote AB. Yeah, I don't think that works. The patricians storm out, declaring you and Count Fullykitten a pair of soft-hearted fools. Count Fullykitten establishes a library in your palace, filled with Eastern books concerning unrequited love and duty-bound, doom-laden tragedy. The counts appreciate their culture being given a chance to shine. It's a democratic body. Yes, of course. Tourists from across the kingdom travel to the capital to soak up the atmosphere as Count Fullykitten becomes quite the celebrity. Hey, just as Emil dude. Welcome. We're playing a little King of the Castle. I have a feeling, though, that this run is about to come to an abrupt end. As you ordered, Your Majesty, the Royal Mint has churned out thousands of new coins using cheap gold-like metals. The treasury is technically replenished. My genius is almost frightening. I sense a butt coming. Let the good times roll. Let's. But it's also devaluing the currency across the kingdom. A Bacon Hunter 42 now costs 100 times what it used to. Something must be done. If this gets worse, our currency will be worthless. Okay, this could be worse. This could be worse. It could be worse. Oh yeah, Zenial Dad, type exclamation point join, and you'll get to join the Council of Nobles here, deciding how this kingdom is run. Nice. He just as Zenial dude has joined the patricians. So we're voting on what we're gonna do about this ridiculous hyperinflation situation that we're in. There's nothing wrong with this. Let it continue. I don't know about that one. Adopt an entirely new currency and declare the old one illegitimate. It lowers stability. Everyone loses money. Defiance goes up. I have to veto this one and then just hope this works out. Carthago dollar it is. Not this time. That's true. It wouldn't even be a foreign currency. That would be just a different domestic currency. What's it gonna be? Put it all in NFTs. Apes to the moon! Carthago dollars to the moon! Alright, entirely new currency, it's totally fine. No one has any money, but it's fine. Your Majesty, I assume this entirely new currency is the Carthago dollar, right? Sure. We can say that. I'm down with that. This country has gone mad. Carthago dollars would make a great rug pull. Predictably enough, absolutely everyone, from the lowest peasant to the highest noble, is outraged to find their money is suddenly worthless. The resulting chaos makes buybacks difficult and fraud is rampant. Riot consumes every major city. Stability has fallen to 0. I believe that ends the game. An insidious plot. In the darkest depths of the eastern forest, Count Mr. Big Nasty has gathered their fellow plotters around a mossy stone obelisk. Economic collapse, baby! Let's go! The important thing is that a Bacon 142 only costs 5 lemming coins. That's a much more reasonable price, I'll be honest. The council demanded a shakeup, but the king resists all calls to replace his advisors. There's little we can do while the king holds out, but something tells me his position is not as strong as he thinks. The count's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less. Wait, don't I just lose, though? Because stability hit 0? I guess not. We can still buy Bacon Hunter's big juicy meat and delicious bread. True. True, true. Want stability of more than 50% nobles vote for any one option? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Just in case there is something that I can do to pull this one back. A Bacon 142 costs exactly 1 Bacon 142 in the counties. All is lost. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah. Over the last week, the kingdom has fallen apart. Gripped by rioting and unrest, the common folk have risen against you. It's anarchy out there. You've sheltered in the palace while the mob heaves through the streets, toppling statues and dragging nobles from their mansions to be stoned to death. You must regain control, Your Majesty. It's too late. All is lost. What do you mean the treasury goes down? It's pretty down. Who won? I'm pretty sure this means that we all lose. I'm pretty sure this means everyone loses. I mean, who wins when an entire empire collapses? Send for the treasurer. Why not? The treasurer cut her losses this morning. She's fled along with what is left of the treasury. I mean, yeah, whatever. Call an urgent council meeting. Can't be done. The nobles have returned to their homes to look after their families. They face similar unrest within their own borders. Fetch me my marshal. The marshal is unavailable. She's trying to contain the riots. Then what can be done? Our options are limited. Somewhere nearby, glass smashes. You become aware of a dull, muted roar, like a flood rushing through a valley. I believe the common citizens have arrived at the palace to meet you in person, Your Majesty. The roar is 10,000 angry voices, getting louder and louder. Swords clash, along with gurgling screams. With you, my love, with you till the end. This isn't the end. It's nice that you believe that, but we're quite doomed. In a shock vote, Carthago votes 453 to 67 to declare independence from the kingdom, with the legislature appointing Patrician Creeptu as the first president, with elections planned soon. Just one. Your chancellor heaves an open a nearby window and sticks a leg out. It was an honor, Your Majesty. I'll see you on the other side. They leap out into the open air, and there's a long shriek, followed by a distant thud. Oh dear. It's my fault, really, for allowing things to get to this point. She takes a step towards you, pulling a curved blade from somewhere within her sleeve, for the good of the kingdom. No, if you want to hurt Omesta, you'll go through me. Please, Spymaster, leave my wife out of this. Spymaster dodges away from your wife and hurls her knife at you with deadly accuracy. As you tumble down the steps with the blade between your ribs, the roar of the mob grows louder and louder. Your last thoughts are of your chosen heir, Omesta II. You can only hope that the nobles will respect your decision and vote them onto the throne. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, you actually do get to vote. Come on. Come on, nobles. Didn't I do right by you generally? I tried to help. Everything I did for you. Oh, is that everybody? Not quite. We still have some people who are in, but technically haven't voted. But it does seem like the counts have won. Council, stop the vote. Alright. Congratulations to the counts. Nicole will be the newest monarch. The counts are victorious. Having plunged the kingdom into utter chaos, King Omesta was assassinated by the Spymaster, whose loyalty was always to the kingdom, not the king. The attempt to woo Gordius, the Marcher cause was doomed to failure. Eventually, the wizard, bored of these mortal squabbles, burned Baron Azartros to a crisp with one well-placed fireball. The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption. But what's new about that? They failed to gain the throne and lost the money in the process. A bad investment. The counts leapt into power vacuum left by the King Omesta's death, and Nicole took the crown with the council's blessing. Alright, GG. Yeah, R.I.P. Azartros. Yeah, that's an unfortunate way to go. Wait, so okay, we have some stats here. So 3 years? I'm happy with that. I'm honestly okay with that. That went a lot better than my test run, I will say. Noble stats, the wealthiest noble, fully kitten, hoarding tons of wealth. The poorest nobles, three doggos in a suit. But they were pretty busy during a lot of that game. They had a lot going on. BSS counts, Carthage will reintegrate if you pay $10,000, $100,000. The criminal, that's right. So let's see. Yeah, this is where the kingdom ended up, I guess. Nice. Alright, GG's everybody. That was super fun. Now that's a fresh ham. Through pure bullshit, we win. Hey, you know, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. You can play as Nickel? Yeah, like if you go to continue game. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love that. That's a great feature. That's super cool. You want to know Meso to win? You know, so did I, actually. I was rooting for me too, believe it or not. Yeah, 2K spent... You had 2K, spent 1K on a prison, and lost another 1K because your niece or something wanted to marry. That's right, yeah. I forgot that we ended up making you pay for that. That's funny. Yeah, this game was super cool. I'd love to play it again sometime. Thanks to everyone for showing up and making it a good time. That was it was really fun. I think that's probably where I'm going to have to stop things for tonight. It's right around the time where I start to wrap things up normally. Yeah, you're welcome for the stream. Thanks again, everyone, for showing up and hanging out. That was a good time. We'll have to do this again sometime very soon. I had a lot of fun with that. Maybe we'll make this a semi-regular thing. I don't know. Here, let's go ahead and put on the thanks for watching. We'll do a little put some music back on. Whoop. Cool. Yeah, alright, let's see. In Carthage's first election, Creep 2 wins 87% of the vote. That's an incredible margin. With 13% going to opposition candidate Gorg, who failed to be on the ballot in most places. Curious. Curious how that works out. Okay, yeah, so, for anyone who may be new here or isn't, you know, showed up here for the first time tonight, I suppose, this is not typically what I do. I'm usually more of a adventure game speedrunner / variety first player. This was super fun, though. We'll be doing this again sometime soon. The current plan is for Friday. We voted last stream to make Friday a all Claire Obscure first play day, so we'll be doing that on Friday. Saturday is kind of a flex day, not sure if I'll be doing anything there. Monday, I am very excited for anyone who is here for the Monkey Island speedruns. Monkey Island Monday is going to be very exciting this next Monday coming up. Just saying. So, got a lot of stuff planned coming up over the next few streams. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Hope to catch you on the next few, and we'll be doing another run of King of the Castle sometime in the near future. That was too fun to not do it again. So, looking forward to that. Let's see if I've got a spot to send us.